This office has everything you'd expect from a Silicon Valley tech company. Free food, art-covered walls, board games, and stunning views. Except, these views aren't of the Golden Gate Bridge in the Bay Area. They're of Tijuana's skyline and the Mexican border. And this office is a sign of Tijuana's booming tech sector, which is mostly fueled by the fact that there aren't enough American engineers to fill IT jobs north of the border.
I do see that the reason of our existence, if you will, is because there is this extreme need for engineers in the U.S., and right now they're not meeting that demand.
That's Omar Parra, engineering director with iTijuana. iTijuana connects American companies with Mexican talent.
We built a team for you.
Those teams include everything: engineers, managers, site directors, not to mention software developers well-versed in multiple languages, like
iOS development, Android, full stack, web, cloud, DevOps, DBAs, and so on.
iTijuana currently has 400 employees contracted with American companies. Parra expects that number to grow to 1,000 within 2 years.
Somos una empresa que lleva.
Fernando Torres calls this the pandemic layoff boom. He works for Softtech, the largest IT nearshoring company in Mexico.
Ahorita sí estamos entrando como que en un boom que tiene que ver con también los layoffs que están sucediendo.
Torres says American companies increased their workforce at the start of the pandemic, but started laying off those new hires in January. Now they're reverting back to pre-pandemic staffing levels.
Y complementando esos servicios
Torres says that the companies that laid off workers are now seeking more cost-effective options in Mexico.
We had so much work that we couldn't keep up with it.
David Fishman is seeing the same thing. He's CEO of the Sparrow Company, a recruiting firm that helps companies find workers in Mexico. He says that the pandemic's disruption to global supply chains forced companies to think outside the box. And for a lot of them, that meant Mexico.
Not just the big multinationals, but the smaller, the $50 million to $100 million company saying, hey, we'd like to add IT staff. Everybody was going to Mexico.
There is so much interest in Mexican IT workers that it's getting harder to find them. Fishman says they try to lure workers with more money, but now it's more common that those workers will get a counteroffer to stay.
Let's say that the candidate's making 45,000 pesos. We offer 60,000 pesos, which is a decent raise, okay? And then they offer them 70 to stay, okay? And then they turn our customer down.
Well, very interesting when we started.
Back in Tijuana, Parra hopes to avoid this competition by investing in developing local talent. iTijuana has multiple partnerships with Tijuana's universities.
What we've done is invest heavily in programs like the trainee program with universities.
Tijuana has more than 35 public and private universities and more than 14,000 students enrolled in engineering and technical programs. Dozens of them work as part-time trainees at iTijuana.
We actually put them in real possession, real jobs, real teams, real projects.
A group of students toured the iTijuana offices during our visit. They could be working there one day, and they finished the tour with a round of applause. Gustavo Solis, KPBS News.